Hey YouTube, Nike 12,000. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown here. I had reviewed the SR9C here a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to let you know what I was thinking now that I had gotten a chance to go out and shoot it here today. So before we get into that, we'll empty this out. Nothing. So right through. Okay, like I said, the Ruger SR9C. Like I said, I have the other actual review for this one up, so if you want to see that, check that out. This is pretty much just going to be more of a rundown of my thoughts and whatnot here after having shot it today. First impressions are, I definitely really do like it. It fit my hand extremely well. It was easy to control. You know, the grip and whatnot here on the handle is definitely aggressive enough to feel like you're in control, but not be tearing your hands apart. It was very fun to shoot. I had two stovepipes, but this gun was brand new, as you know, never shot nothing ever. I was using the Blazer ammo. I have the P95 also, and I've run Blazer almost exclusively for that. I've tried a couple other things, but mainly what I shoot is the Blazer brass. And I've never had any issues. I've never had a misfeed, jam, anything like that with it all. And I did read a couple reviews about the SR9, and I can tell you personally, this one is majorly stiff. I mean, as in, like, even racking the slide is still, it's tight. So I can understand maybe a little bit why it would have done that. I know even to load the magazines, I was definitely using the magazine loader just because of how stiff everything is. And I put about 200, maybe 250 rounds or so down through it today. And I could tell a major difference from the beginning to the end. And both of my stovepipes, just for the record, were within the first 35 rounds. After that, I didn't have any issues, period. It fed perfectly fine. So everything went very well. It was very accurate. I shot it at 10 and 25 yards. I'm sorry I didn't keep my targets. I wasn't thinking ahead when I did that. But it was holding a fairly decent group. So I mean, I can't complain about that. The sight picture was great. I don't know if I can do this or not. Let's see here. There you go, the 3 dot sights. Very easy to see. I mean, it was a nice sunny day, so it wasn't going to be a major deal anyways. But it was, you know, no problems at all there. I did find one thing with my one complaint maybe would be, and I don't know if everybody else has this, or if anybody else that has an SR9C has this issue, let me know, because I'm assuming it probably is the same across the board. Sorry guys, that one's empty. When the 17 round mag was in, it has play. I don't know how well this will come out, but I mean there's like an 1/8 of an inch of play or something in there, and it's not the end of the world, but when I go to get a good grip on it, it feels like my bottom hand is constantly sliding around. And so I would shoot, and I would feel it keep bumping and banging around, which I didn't really care for that. That kind of turned me off a little bit. And my dad and I were looking at it. He originally had thought maybe it was play on the magazine itself, but it's not, because you can take that off, stick the magazine in, and the magazine itself still clicks around a pretty good bit. So, I don't know, I'm not wild about that. This would definitely be more for probably at the range anyways, so I don't necessarily care as much. I do like the 10 round. Clear that. Well, I'll clear that real quick just to keep you safety Sally happy. Empty. But that gives me personally a really nice handle. I don't have real big hands, so I mean this is, you know, I can get a nice hold. You know, come around, grab, thumbs apart, and I have a very nice lock on that, and it doesn't, I don't have any trouble at all, so I can really keep control, up, down, you know, whatever. So I do like the 10 the best, and that one even with the 10 in, has a little bit of a click and a little bit of play to it. So again, I don't know if that's just me. I'm assuming it's probably going to be across the board for anybody that would have that. But let me know. Leave me comments. Let me know. The other thing I did not try yet, so I have not flipped the grip around on the back here. You have the flat to the bevel. I haven't done that yet, just because I do find, so far anyways, this is extremely nice. I'm very happy with that. And I most like the grip here in the front. When I come around here and I have my fingers on, it catches here in the middle of my fingers, and then over here to the edge, they have kind of a smooth spot between the rough and the rough. And I'm telling you, I just, they have like perfect on that grip. You guys would probably like to shut up, but I do like it a lot. It works out great. Having the serrations in the front and the back also was a major plus, just going to clear things, racking the slide, whatever. It's nice to have options. The stainless, obviously I wouldn't really expect anything to show or anything there. I have been wearing that in my holster, and I do have that. This is, I had it in the holster store holster. Now this was the holster for the P95, so it doesn't fit real well, but for walking around at the range and whatnot, it did hold it. It was good, and it worked out alright. I mean, if I turn it over and shake it, it will fall out, but there was no marks on the slide. There was nothing like that. It worked out really well. Like I said, other than the stovepipe issue, the only other major complaint I have, and I can just imagine the comments I'm going to get off of this, and say what you will, they have the trigger safety, and I didn't like it. I understand it. I see why they have it. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but when I went to squeeze the trigger, it just made it feel, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Maybe that's something I just have to get used to. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first pistol I've had that's had one of those, the Glock style. But I didn't like it. The trigger pull on this, also, it was different. This is my first striker fire pistol. I have the P95. Again, if you guys have seen any of my videos, I have that there. That one plus is empty. Chamber's empty there. This one, the trigger, first off, I think maybe part of my reason is the trigger on this one, if you look, really wraps around. And guys, again, this is a Ruger P95. This one kind of wraps around, and it's all metal, and it's smooth. Like right in here, it's just nice. So when you get in there and you pull, it's just nice. I don't know. I like the way that feels. Whereas with the SR9C, it's click, click, and then bang. Now the big plus to this one I certainly did like was the trigger pull's always consistent, which, that was great, versus the 95, which is a double action, single action together. So, first one's hard, second one's soft. So I mean, there's pluses and minuses to both of them. I like it. It was a lot of fun. This one definitely is a lot smaller. It was much easier to conceal, even, like I said, even in a holster. It's not made for it, which, by the way, I do have a holster coming for it. I bought it over the 9/11 sale, and Jimmy told me it could take anywhere from 5 to 15 days to process the order. So I guess he wasn't quite sure what they were expecting as far as volume. So when that gets here, you guys will be the first to know. I'll make sure I open it up with you, and then I'll review that down the road once I have a chance to wear it. So, but this one, like I said, this one is definitely smaller. I'm trying to see the best way to show that. It's shorter. It's definitely thinner, and it weighs less. I believe this one, off the top of my head, I don't have the specs in front of me. I want to say this is like 29 or 30, and this one's like 23. That's empty, so you throw the mags in, it's a little bit different, but even still, this one's definitely chunkier, and it just, I don't know, the way it sits. Everything sits higher. Like I forget the term for it, but the the center line for the gun sits higher in this one, so it definitely feels different in your hand when it's firing, whereas this one's kind of like a lower center, and this one's definitely a nice stable rock in your hand. So very happy overall. I haven't messed with the sights or anything yet. I haven't tried to adjust them because, like I said, right out of the box it was firing fairly accurately. I may try to tweak them once I get into, to shoot a little bit more and make sure, see how much of it's my crappy shooting versus the sights itself. So I'll let you know about that. I have to go through and do to clean these here now. If anybody's interested in a cleaning video or a takedown for the SR9C or the P95, please let me know. I'm more than willing to do them, but I'm not going to do them just to do them. There are other ones out there, so I'm not going for video count. So, but if you guys want something, you want to see something, internals, whatever, let me know. I'll do it. Otherwise, thanks guys, and have a great day.